Thank you, Kendra. Hello, Kathy, and anyone else who is watching us on Zoom or YouTube. Welcome to Bon Air Christian Church and Qigong. And today we're having the second week of working with the primordial Qigong movement form. And if you missed last week, don't worry. You can look at last week's video if you haven't already. But we are going to pretty much repeat the same thing because to learn this form, repetition is very important. So don't worry. You may, I won't say that. We'll come back to that later. Let's get warmed up and do some releasing before we start on the form and get grounded. So let's get in our Tai Chi pose, our Wuji pose. Everyone who's been with us knows how to do that pose. So go ahead and get yourself in position, breathing in and out through the nose. And then put your awareness on the soles of your feet where they touch the floor. And drop an imaginary line down into the earth from both of your feet. Just kind of like a fishing line. You almost don't even see it. It's just there. It's an energetic line. Deep into the earth. And now invite the earth energy to rise up along that line and into the soles of your feet, healing earth energy that's infinite and it's always there for us to ground ourselves. So bring it up now into your toes, your arches, your heels, your ankles. Healing earth energy rising up. It keeps on coming up into the lower legs now, into every cell. Skin, bone, muscle, blood vessels, every cell receiving this earth energy as it rises up, filling the lower leg and moving into your knees now, swirling around the knees, in and out of every cell, clearing and cleansing and filling with earth energy. Rising up into your thighs, into every cell. Keeps coming in through the feet, rising up the leg all the way now, filling your thighs. Moving now into your hips, into your butt, into your lower back and your lower belly. Earth energy, filling the whole bottom half of the body, pulling us toward the earth. Feel that pull, that connection. The grounding to earth, the stability. And we are grounded. So that can be done standing, sitting in a chair, anytime you feel scattered. I was driving over here and I thought, boy, I am not grounded. And when I get there, that's what I need first. So if you ever feel just unfocused or scatterbrained or just a little out of sorts, try grounding and drinking some water. And those two things can really help. Okay, let's release whatever's ready to be released today. We don't have to know what it is. We just open ourselves to clearing. And we're going to do the chi scatter practice. So we again start in Wuji pose. And what we're going to do, I'll show you the movement and then we'll talk about breathing. We start by raising the arms. And then we're going to cross one arm in front, one in back, and then we go out to the sides, and then alternate the arm that comes in front, the other arm. So that's all that the arms do. So now we bounce down when we Each time we cross in front, down, up, down, up. I'll go slower. You can go at whatever pace is comfortable for you. Bend up, bend up. When the arms come up, the knees come up. And you can speed it up and do bend up, bend up. So just work with your knees in a way that feels comfortable to you is the best way for me to say. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale when open, exhale when crossed. So adjust your speed of your arms for the comfort of your breathing. And the mind-body part is that each time we fling the arms in a crossed position, we are releasing whatever it is. So the arms are not controlled by the muscles. They're flowing. They are hanging from the shoulder. So they fling, release, release. Okay. So that's also something that's good to do, just like grounding. Anytime you feel full, like too full to focus or to relax, do some releasing. And you can release through movement like that. You can release through, remember, heavenly, bringing down the heavens, through the front, through the back of the body, and through the center. Remember that practice? That's another way to clear and release. Okay. So it's good to release every day because we take in stuff every day. Let's warm up. And these warm-ups that we're doing, we've done before, but they're especially helpful for this form because the movements kind of they're very similar to what we do in the form. So we're going to just start with our feet, our body in Wuji, and then I'll bring my hands to my waist and I'll rotate at the waist. Front, side, back, side. Gentle rotation, we're not pushing. Keep breathing. One more, then we'll change direction. One more. And then let's rotate at the hips. Same thing, front, side, back, side. And at any point today, if you have a question, please speak up. One more, and then change direction. One more and stop. Then bring the feet a little closer together. Let's massage the knees. Warm them up. Get that synovial fluid going. And if you don't have knee problem, you can rotate the knees in the same circular way. Otherwise, just keep massaging. One more and change direction. And you can see the ankles are getting a nice rotation along with the knees. One more and stop and massage again. Okay. Now back to Taiji Pose. And then slowly lower one vertebra at a time, starting with the neck, at the top of the neck, base of the skull. Lower down. Just go as low as you can go without forcing. Bend the knees slightly. And just hang in this position for a moment or two. Keep breathing. And then spread your feet a little wider. Not too wide, but a little wider. And begin to put the weight on one foot, the weight on your right foot. Bend the knee, the weight on your left foot. So we're doing kind of a small lunge. Working the hips and the knees and the ankles, stretching out the back. Each time your thigh presses into your abdomen, you're giving an internal massage to organs. And then let your hands begin to trace in the air or on the floor a figure 8 pattern. And then you can begin to move your torso in a bit of a figure 8 too, if that feels good. Really helps to stretch out the side muscles, the obliques. Keep breathing. Come back to center. Take a couple of breaths. Bring your feet back to the Tai Chi position, knees slightly bent. And then raise up, starting at the base of the spine, the sacrum, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders back, hands back, fingers extended, and smile. Keep breathing. Okay, shake it out. I'm gonna cool things off in here just slightly. All right. I'm gonna turn the volume up on our music because it stopped. Let's begin with talking just a bit in case people missed last week on the video. A little bit about this form. You can sit down for just a moment if you want, take a drink of water. Primordial means from the beginning, from the void. And so this form is working with energies that have been here a long, long time. We're going to gather energies from the earth, energies from the heavens, energies from the 4 directions, north, west, south, and east. And energies through the directions, energies from the world around us, and bring them into the body. There is a handout, and Kathy, I'll make sure you get it.
You can just leave it in the office because I should be by the church one day later this week.
Okay, there are actually two. One of them is concept and definitions that relate to this form. And the other one is in written form, step by step by step, of the first part of the form. The form has two parts, an earth cycle and a heavenly cycle.
Right.
And the way the form works is that we're going to start, we always start facing east. And for purposes of teaching, I don't even know which way is east, but this is not it, but I'm gonna start this way.
And I happen to be facing east.
You start facing your camera today, and then when you practice, go ahead and start in the east. We start there because that's where the day begins. That's where the sun rises from. And so we do this earth cycle, this series of movements that takes us from east to north to west to south through the four directions. So we're going to learn movements that will turn us around, and we're going to end up in the south. And then we're going to learn a turn that'll take us back to east, and we'll do a heavenly cycle, which will start in the east and go to north and west and south. So we end up, after one earthly cycle and one heavenly cycle, we are done with starting in the east. And now we're just going to repeat that, but we're starting from a new direction. So an earth cycle around, a turn, a heavenly cycle around, and we'll end up facing another new direction. So that's how it ends up taking 15 or 20 minutes to do the whole thing. But I just wanted to give you that overview, put it out of your mind now, but you have a picture of, we're going to learn an earth cycle, and we're going to learn a heavenly cycle. And then we're going to repeat those starting in each of the four directions, if that makes sense. So today we're going to learn just part of the earth cycle. And it will take 2 or 3 classes to get through the earth cycle and to learn the turns. And so just try to enjoy the learning and don't let it be stressful. This is a beautiful, this is a happy form to learn. It makes you feel joyful to do it. And so I want you to hold on to that sense of this is going to be joyful as soon as my muscles learn, my mind and body connect on what my movements are. And it will be. And if you watched last week, I talked about one of the concepts that's in the handout. It's a Chinese word, wu wei. Well, it's 2 words, wu wei. And it means non-action. But it doesn't mean don't do anything. What it means is do what you can and then let go and see what happens. And then if you see something else you can do, do that. And then step back and see what happens. So that we're not trying to control or stress over the outcome. And that's the way to approach this class. Work with me on the video or in person. Then at home on your own, work with your memory and this handout, and repeat what you can. And if you forget something, wu wei, let it go, because you pick it up next week. You know, we can only take in so much at a time. So we take in what we can, we practice that, we let go of worrying about what we don't remember, because we know we're going to come back to it next week. And over time, if you practice in between our classes, you will learn the form. And you won't have to think about it. And that's when it's joyful, when your body just moves. And so that's what we're aiming for. Okay. So the first part we're going to learn, and now the music's too loud. Maybe sometimes I just like quiet, but.
And that's okay. The music doesn't come over on Zoom real well. It just little.
That's good to know. I'm just going to stop it.
Okay.
I won't be distracted. Okay, so we always begin in our Tai Chi pose. If anybody has any questions about that, don't hesitate to ask me. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to notice that earth energy rises up with our arms. Our arms are illustrating that, and our knees bend us down as the earth energy rises up. And then heavenly energy drops down to the earth and our knees bring us back up. Okay, so earth energy rises, heavenly energy comes down. Those are the first two steps. Sideways, it looks like okay. All right. So let's do that, and then I'll move us into the third step. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball now. Your right hand is on the bottom, and I'm going to be doing the opposite so that I'm a mirror for you. Okay, let's do that again. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball. Right hand on the bottom. It's right in front of the dantian. Dantian. Yeah. Lower belly. Okay, now the next step after that is we're going to separate our hands, and we're going to be, the form says we're separating the yin and yang. Okay. So let's start at the beginning, and then I'll take us into the new step. Earth energy up, heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball. Right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Left hand up, eyes follow the left hand. The right hand goes down and back. Rotate both wrists, come back together with the left hand on the bottom. Separate again, right hand up. Eyes follow the right hand. Left hand came down and back. Rotate your wrists and come back together. But this time, the hands are on the side of the chi ball. Okay, let's just do the new part. We've done earth energy up, heavenly energy down. We formed a chi ball with the right hand on the bottom. Now, the next part is the right hand is going to go, it's just like the palms pushed away. The right hand goes up, left hand goes back. Rotate both wrists, come back together. Left hand's on the bottom. It just naturally happens that way. You got to rotate the wrists out here, and then the left hand naturally comes to the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up, right hand down. Rotate your wrists. Come together with the hands on the side of the chi ball. Okay. Let's do that again, starting with after earth energy up, heavenly energy down. We formed a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, follow it. Left hand goes down and back. Rotate your wrists. Come together. Your left hand's going to be on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up, follow it. Right hand down and back. Rotate your wrists. Come together. Hands are on the side of the chi ball. How did that feel? We'll do it again.
Good. No, I think I got the flow of it.
At the flow, flipping those wrists is key to
Mhm.
having the hands just glide into place. Yeah, good. Okay, let's do it from the beginning then, all the way to the end. Let's begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Follow the left hand, right hand up. Left hand down and back. Rotate. Come back together. Left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Follow your left hand. Rotate the wrists. Come back together on the sides of the chi ball. Okay. We're going to do that whole phase again. Begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Right hand up, left hand down. Eyes follow the right hand. Rotate the wrists. Come back together with the left hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang again. Left hand up, right hand down and back. Rotate the wrists. Come together. And the hands are on the side of the chi ball. And you see the chi ball is bigger. Because this chi ball is what we're moving through space, gathering energies and with our hands and bringing them back into this chi ball. That's part of what we're doing in this practice. Okay, one more time, all the way through that, and then we'll add something new. Begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball. Right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. The eyes follow the right hand up. Rotate your wrists. Come back together with left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up. Eyes follow it. Rotate your wrists. Come back together on the sides of the chi ball. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this chi ball and really gather a lot more energies. We're going to lift it up way into the heavens. So extend your energy fingers way into the heavens. Gather heavenly energy into your ball. Bend your knees as you come down through the cosmic energy of the world around us. Gathering, gathering. Extend your energetic fingers deep into the earth. Gather earth energy. Now pull all of this energy up through your feet, up through your legs, up through your torso and into your heart. Okay? So let's just do that part. We separated yin and yang and we ended up with our hands on the side of the chi ball. We took it way, way out into the heavens, way out through the cosmos all around us. Gathering, gathering, deep into the earth, gathering, pulled it up through our feet, our legs, our torso, and into our heart. Good. All right. So let's start from the very beginning and add that piece. Let's begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Follow the right hand up. Rotate your wrists, come back together, left hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Follow the left hand with your eyes. Rotate the wrists. Come back together, hands on the side of the chi ball. Now, take this chi ball up, up, way up into the heavens, gathering energy. Out through the cosmos in front of us. Going down toward the earth, gathering, gathering. Go deep into the earth, gather more. Pull it up through your legs, into the torso and up to your heart. Good. Let's do that whole sequence one more time. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up. Flip the wrists, come back together, left hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang again, left hand up. Flip the wrists, come back together on the sides of the chi ball, and then take it up into the heavens, out through the cosmos. Deep into the earth. Pull it up through your feet, through your legs, into your torso, and up to your heart. Okay, good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take it from our heart and we're going to go forward a little bit. And then we're going to go to your right, over to the moon and the past, the energy of our past, the energy of the moon. And then we're going to come back across to your left, to the sun and the future. And then once more to your right, to the stars and the present moment. Okay, so what we're doing here, we've gathered energy from the heavens, from the cosmic world around us, and from the earth, and we brought that in to our bodies and our hearts and held it just a moment in our hearts. And then we move to the energy of the moon specifically, which is on the right. And the moon's energy is a yin energy, a feminine energy, like nighttime, and a quieter energy. And it's the energy of our past. So think of, you don't think about the actual things of your past, but the energy that comes from your ancestors, from your collective experience over your lifetime. So then we move over to our right and we go to the sun specifically. And we're gathering sun energy, which is a yang energy, a strong, assertive, masculine energy, and it's the energy of the future. Whatever our futures may be, we're just connecting to that and taking a little of that hope and looking ahead and openness. Then we come back one more time to the right, to the stars. And the stars have the energy of the present moment, which is where we want to be. So we take in some of that. And so that's what we're adding right now.
Okay.
Let's start from where we did earth energy, heavenly energy. We formed the chi ball. We separated yin and yang, and we came back to the sides of the ball. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go. Let's start from there. Take it up to the heavens as far as your energetic fingers can reach, gathering, gathering, and then out through the cosmos in front. It's like we're making a big loop, and then down into the earth, and pulling it up through the body to the heart. And then we come out and we want to go over to the right, to the moon and the paths. And then notice how your wrists are flexible. They move a little as you come back to your left, to the sun and the future. And we're holding that chi ball and moving with it through space to the stars and the present moment.
Okay.
Any questions on that?
So it's moon, sun, stars.
That's right. And the
Past, future, present. Okay.
Yeah, right, left, right, moon, sun, stars. And that is all listed. Should be, yeah. It's in the step. Some people learn from step by step by step. Other people are only going to look. That just makes them crazy, and they're only going to learn by watching and repeating. And then we'll do like I did last week. We'll build some mind-body connection around this at the end of class by lying down with our eyes closed, and we'll move through it in our mind with our mind-body connection. So we bring a lot of different ways for different ways of learning, a lot of ways to pick this up.
Okay.
Take a sip of water if you want, and then we'll start from the beginning and we'll go that far. I have to keep sipping because I talk so much. Okay. Let's get in our Taiji Pose. Breathing in and out through the nose, a nice soft smile on the face. Feeling your connection to earth, your groundedness. And let's begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, left hand down. Rotate your wrists, come back together with the left hand on the bottom. Separate again, follow the left hand. Rotate your wrists, come back together on the sides of the chi ball. And go up to the heavens in the big circle, out through the cosmos. Deep down into the earth. Pull that chi ball up through your feet, your legs, into your torso, into your heart. And then take it out and go over to the right, to the moon and the paths. And flow to your left, to the sun and the future. And back to your right, to the stars and the present moment. Okay. Now, that's a lot of steps for this class, for one bit of learning. So we're going to stop there, but we're going to do it over and over and over. And I want to ask, do you have a sore place anywhere that we need to loosen? Are you doing okay that way?
I'm okay.
Good. Okay. All right. Let's begin again. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Right hand up. Rotate your wrists, come back together. Left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up, right hand down and back. Rotate your wrists, come together on the side of the chi ball and take it up to the heavens. And in that big arc down through the cosmos, deep into the earth. Pull it up through your feet, your legs, your torso, your heart. And then take it out and go over to the right, to the moon in the past. Back across to your left, to the sun in the future. And one more time to your right, to the stars and the present moment. Okay. I think someone is texting, and I want to make sure it's not someone related to the class. No, I'm sorry. I had my sound off, but for some reason the text is coming through. Okay. Okay. We're going to do it one or two more times with me calling everything out, and then I'm going to stop calling it except just 2 or 3 spots, okay? And just see kind of what we remember without me talking. Ready? Begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Follow the right hand up. Rotate your wrists. Come back together with the left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up. Eyes follow it. Rotate the wrist. Come back together with the hands on the side of the chi ball. Take it up to the heavens and extend your energy out through the cosmos in this big loop and down into the earth. Pull it up through the legs, through the torso, to the heart. Take it out of your heart and go over to the right, to the moon and the past. Across to the left, to the sun and the future. And back across to the right, to the stars and the present moment. And the eyes are following our hands in this, which I see you're doing. Good. Okay. I don't know how to turn that off. I shouldn't.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Patience. Okay.
Wu Wei.
Wu Wei. Right, Kathy. All right. Let's do it one more time with me talking, and then I'll stop talking. You know what? It's coming in over here.
Yeah, Kendra may be getting a notice on her computer.
Or she's getting updates. That's what it is. Okay. All right. Wu Wei. Begin. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball. Right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang. Right hand up, left hand down and back. Rotate your wrists. Come together again. Left hand on the bottom. Separate again. Left hand up, right hand down and back. Rotate your wrists. Come together on the sides of the chi ball. Now do the big loop. Up to the heavens. Out through the cosmos. Down into the earth. Pull it up through the legs, through the torso and into the heart, and then take it out. And let's go to the right, to the moon and the path, to the left, to the sun and the future. Back to the right, to the stars and the present moment. Okay. One thing I'll point out, when we have come together, we've separated yin and yang, and we're together with the hands on the sides of the chi ball. It's a big loop, and we're going to go up, out, bending the knees as opposed to bending over. So up, out, down, reach with the arms as opposed to bending to earth. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll get us started. I may say one or two call outs, but otherwise I won't talk.
Okay,
All
I'm
right,
ready.
let's begin. Earth energy up. How did that go?
Good,
Good.
good, got it, I think.
I think you do. You know, it seems short when we just do it, but it's a
Mhm.
lot of different steps.
Mhm.
And it will be important to, you know, when we're done, to practice it before you go to bed tonight, as opposed to waiting till tomorrow.
Mhm.
Of course, you have the video to help you learn it. Real often in teaching this, people don't have a video. So they remember parts of it and forget parts of it.
Mhm.
But the video should be very helpful. But definitely practice it today instead of waiting. And you
Okay.
can see it takes less than a minute or a minute at most to do that much. So hopefully we can find time to do it once or twice each day, and we'll be able to ready to add new steps next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what time it is. We got, let's, since you had no questions with that, let's do a run through with the mind body connection, really focusing where the body's not, we're not moving, standing up. We're going to lie on the floor,
Okay.
turn the heat up. So take a moment to get comfortable.
Okay.
Uh, if you have back problems, bend your knees. And your hands can just rest beside you on the floor. Breathing in and out through your nose gently, nothing pushed, everything soft and relaxed. And now I am going to call out the steps that we learned today. And just respond in the way that's natural for you, the way your mind will think it or see it, or the way your body may respond, your leg muscles, arm muscles. Don't try to force your response. Just take in my words, keep breathing, receive the sequence of steps in whatever way is right for you. So we are standing in Tai Chi Pose, Wuji posture. Breathing in and out through our nose, facing east. Earth energy up. Heavenly energy down. And form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, eyes follow it. Left hand down and back. Rotate your wrist. Come back together with left hand on the bottom of the chi ball. Separate yin and yang again. Left hand up, right hand down. Eyes following the left hand. Rotate your wrists. Come back together with your hands on the sides of a chi ball, and that chi ball is a little bigger now. Lift it up into the heavens and out in front and down through the cosmos, deep into the earth, and then pull it up through your feet, through your legs, through your torso, and into your heart. And then take it out from your heart, out in front of you, and go over to the right, to the moon in the past. Back across all the way to the left, to the sun and the future. And then back across again to the right, to the stars and the present moment. Let your arms continue to remain by your side. Take a few breaths. Easy breaths. Let's do that one more time. Standing in the Tai Chi posture, breathing in and out through the nose, a slight smile on our face. Arms lift and knees bend for earth energy up. Arms lower, knees rise up, heavenly energy down. Form a chi ball, right hand on the bottom. Separate yin and yang, right hand up, eyes follow it, left hand down and back. Rotate your wrists and come back together with left hand on the bottom. Separate again, left hand up, eyes follow it, right hand down and back. Rotate your wrists. Come back together with the hands on the side of a bigger chi ball. And then lift that chi ball up to the heavens and out, forward in front in an arc, down through the cosmos, going toward Earth. Go deep in the earth and then bring it up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, through your torso to your heart. Take it out in front and then go over to the right, to the moon in the past, across to the left, to the sun and the future, and back to the right, to the stars and the present moment. Roll over onto one side or the other. Take a couple of breaths on your side. And then when you're ready, you can sit up. Were you able to kind of move through it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I was pleased with how well I remembered it.
Oh, great. Very good. So we will be adding new steps next week. And
Okay.
The new step involves how we get from the stars. We get our hands back down and we're going to learn a turn. So we'll move to a new direction.
Okay, in the east, north, west, south
Uh-huh.
progression. Okay.
There are 2 different turns that we learn. We'll see if we learn one or both of them next week. Maybe we can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that will take us, once we know both of the 2 turns, that will take us through the 4
Okay.
of the Earth cycle.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So good.
Great.
All right.
So, no questions? At this point, it seems like, and it's about, we got a couple minutes. If you have a question or a comment, how's the speed, Kathy? Is it a little too fast or too slow? Okay.
No, no. I mean, I tend to go too fast, so
Okay.
So slowing me down a little bit, it's a good thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I will put your 2 handouts in the office.
Okay.
And you have a video. If you have questions, you know how to get in touch with me to ask. Please don't hesitate.
Okay.
You may be with us. And I'll see you next week.
All righty. All righty. Thank you, Joy.
Welcome. Good to see you.
All right. Good to see you. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.